And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Access Sacramento TV studio and the 2018 annual membership meeting for the Access Sacramento cable channels 17, 18, and our radio station, KUBU, broadcasting on 96.5 FM. We are required annually to do a report out to our membership and to support our members as they put their voices on our channels and reach out to all of you on cable television as well to communicate their messages and to be a part of the public voice community outreach into cable television in Sacramento County. It is a great time for us to review the past and to look ahead to the future. My name is Gary Martin. I'm the Executive Director at Access Sacramento. And to the studio audience who is here as part of our annual membership meeting, thank you for being here. We invite you to hear our story and then to participate along here at the end as we present some member awards. But to kind of make all of this happen and move us forward, and to thank our members for the great work that we do, we kick off our annual membership meeting by introducing the chair of the Access Sacramento Board of Directors. This is Don Hinkle.
Hey everybody, to those in the studio, thanks for being here. For those out there watching us on television, thank you for tuning in. My name is Don Hinkle, and I'm the board chair for Access, and it's been my privilege to be the board chair for this past year. It has been an incredible year for Access Sacramento, and before we get into all the great accomplishments that we had for last year, I wanted to take some time and introduce the entire board of directors. So would each board of directors just take a couple of minutes, introduce themselves, say a little about why they're here and what they believe Access is all about. And we'll start with my co-chair, Bob Smith.
Thank you very much, Don. Bob Smith. I'm the Vice Chairman of the Board here at Access Sacramento. Very proud to be that. I'm an old broadcaster from way back when, back in the 70s. I love broadcasting and I love the mission for public access broadcasting, and that's why I'm here, to assist us do our job in giving a voice to Sacramento County residents, and it's what we do and do very well. So I also chair the Membership and Outreach Committee, and more on that in just a bit.
Hey everyone, my name is Robert Morin. I've been on the board here I think about 3.5 years. I started out with Access Sacramento as a staff member and just couldn't get away. Now I work at a software startup, and I'm excited to be on the board and be able to help out. And I just became the freshly minted CFO, so look out.
Hi, I'm Ed Fletcher. I'm a documentary filmmaker and freelance journalist, and I'm on the board of Access Sacramento as the programming chair. I see it as my mission to try to make accessing our channels easier and to help people be more successful in sharing their vision. We want to try to do whatever we can to strengthen our programming and to strengthen our membership and support you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Alexander Vasquez. I'm with KUBU. I'm an independent radio producer, and I'm on the board my second term around. And so I encourage everybody who likes to have a theater behind the microphone become a board member and also become a member, and especially being a radio producer, because it's fun, it's great, and I encourage everybody to do it. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Simone Viana. I'm a creative director. I've been serving on the board here for over 5 years, and I would like to invite everyone to start, just welcome to Access Sacramento, start producing, can be the radio shows or TV shows. We welcome every single one of you. And I'm grateful to be serving here, our community, for the past 5 years. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Kim Mims. I've been on the board since December, and the primary reason they brought me on the board was to help with some of the fundraising activities and grant writing activities. It's a real exciting time in Sacramento with this whole arts movement, and we've been pushing towards the city to see filmmaking and media production as an actual art that it is, cinematic art, and is an art, and that is our main focus right now, is to make the city see that we're also artists.
Hello, my name is Mark Freeman. I'm the newest board member here at Access Sacramento. And I'm here because I think it's very important to make sure that there is a voice for any person who has something to say, and for any organization who has an agenda that they need to get out to their community. So my role here is to help establish relationships and collaborations. And I hope that we'll be able to be the primary voice of grassroots Sacramento. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Van Gordon. And at times I'm the secretary of this board. Other times I'm just a member. And the other thing I like doing here at Access is encouraging people to join Access and be a part of it, because this is the best secret in Sacramento. Once people know about it, they never walk away from it. That's why I'm still here. I have my own show in, out, and about Sacramento, and I help on other people's shows here. You always find me in the media lab editing my show or some other show. But the one thing is, I encourage everyone, become a member of Access, work with us and help us grow, because we're here for you, and we're here to do our best for you. Thank you.
Great, thank you. So that's your board of directors, and I am humbled to be their chair. Last year was an incredible year for Access Sacramento, and I cannot tell you, well, I am going to tell you actually, quite a few things. I am going to tell you quite a few things that we're extremely proud of that happened last year. We launched something. There was an award called the Power Voice, and Access Sacramento's had that for 5 years. This will be our 6th year. But last year we did a gala for that and made it into a really big event with the dinner and all the accoutrements, and we raised over $10,000, which was great. This year we're doing it again, and this year's Power Voice winner is Gina Knapp from the Front Street Animal Shelter right here in Sacramento. I won't talk more about that because that's Mr. Smith's baby, and I'll let Bob talk to you about the POV. But that's one event that we did. Not to mention PCS, place called Sacramento Film Festival. Last year was our 18th year. It's held at the Crest. It's where basically 10-minute movies are made and produced by local producers here and shown on the big size screen at the Crest Theater. Last year, we sold out the Crest prior to the actual event. That's the first time it's ever happened, and we're looking forward to that happening again this year. The momentum in Sacramento right now with filmmaking, whether it be because of Lady Bird and the Oscar buzz with Lady Bird, bringing all this attention to Sacramento, the thrill that people have with making movies and the art scene in Sacramento is increasing. Access Sacramento is a part of that. You know, the other thing that we did is we actually hosted the Alliance for Community Media, or as we call it, ACM. That is 9 western states along the western area that basically have access centers just like the one we have here. And they get together in a big convention once a year, exchange ideas, look at new equipment, talk about the challenges that we have as local access stations, and we work together to come up with ideas to help with marketing, support each other. We hosted that this year at the Embassy Suites right there on the riverfront. Phenomenal event. The culmination of that event was what's called the WAVE Awards, which is the Western Alliance of Video Excellence Awards. We call it kind of like our Oscars, right? Packed house, sold out, incredible event. This was the second time that Sacramento played host to this actual conference, and I might be a bit biased, but I think we blew it out of the water, and I think anybody who attended the conference would say the same thing. Those are the things that you don't see every day happening. That's kind of what Access does behind the scenes as well, you know? But what we do for the public and what we do for you as members is we're always looking to bring in new equipment, better equipment, more services, more options for you guys to learn the actual aspects of this studio. You know, we're going to have all new LED lighting installed within the next month in this studio. So for those of you that work in the studio, you know how hot it can get? That's going to be gone. You're going to be able to change colors just by changing knobs. No more changing gels like we do right now. We've got some great new sets here as well. We're going to have a green screen in the back as well, so we can actually put you in a spot and project a totally different image of where you're at. These are all things that we do to help you succeed in what you want to create with your entertainment. Whether it be a television show, whether it be a radio show, we want to be there to help you guys to actually train and earn and use this equipment. That's what membership's all about. That's what it's all about. We want to help you propel to that next level. We really do. We've got new things coming up this year as well. The Cable Commission has been generous with us again. You'll be seeing new checkout equipment for the cameras. Okay, so when you check out the cameras right now, they've been around for a while. They might be a little bit old, but we're going to have new HD cameras for you guys to check out. You all have seen our great HD truck that we have. You know, we televise Game of the Week where we're highlighting local high school football games against each other. But it is this board's commitment to you that that tremendous asset that we have will also be used to televise other events throughout our community. All right, so not just the football games, but maybe you'll see something special happening. Maybe it's a concert in the park or something to that degree. You know, these are the tools that we have available to you as members as well. If you've never heard of Home Time TV, check out our website, pull up the application. Maybe there's an organization that you belong to or an event that you want to have televised to the Sacramento area. Guess what? The options are always there. They're always there. Before I stop and give this over to Gary, the one thing I do want to talk about is what I call the gem of Access, and that's KUBU. KUBU 96.5 FM LP is our radio station. And I started out in television, I learned the radio, and that's one of my favorite things to do right now is do a radio show every week. And I can tell you that if you don't know, we have an app for KUBU. You know, grab your smartphone, go to your app store, go to the Google Play Station, type in 96.5 FM. You can listen to KUBU anywhere you go now. So we have a restricted broadcast zone for KUBU. But if you live out in Folsom, open up your app. You can listen to it. You're down in Southern California, you have a favorite show? Maybe it's the Bobby James Show on Wednesdays? Open up your app in Southern California. Guess what? You'll be here listening to the Bobby James Show. That is one of the things that we're trying to do to take Access Sacramento to that next level, right? We're in the 21st century. We need to move up. We need to grow. We need to be strong. Members like you are what make us thrive. We want to do better for you, okay? Get your friends, get your family, have them embrace Access Sacramento. Help us grow. Help us get the word out there that free speech is still alive and well in Sacramento County. Don't ever take that for granted, ever. We are your free speech station. You can talk about your political views. You can talk about your religious views, anything you want to. That's what we're here for. And we're here to serve you. Thank you very much. Gary?
Don Hinkle, our board chair, completing his first year, and just in the last hour of the business meeting, reselected as the board chair for the next year. So I thank all of the board for all of their work over the last years as well, because it's through their leadership that we've been expanding income, and you're going to hear a little bit more about that in just a little bit. But the fact is that we are as strong and vibrant an organization as we ever possibly could be. It is going to be an exciting year as we look ahead to the 2018-19. And while I've thanked the board, I also want to make sure and thank our staff, because we have an amazing, dedicated group of people, all designed to be here to help you get your messages onto our channels, whether it's radio or television. In the control room right now, the producer of this event is Laureen Fallahay. She produces our Livewire show and runs our business services out of the main office. Directing the show tonight is Elizabeth Harrison, who also directs Livewire, but is our go-to person for graphics and a variety of other projects. It's an amazing team all across the board in our production staff and our digital media lab in the main office. The on-call staff who operate the cameras with the truck, We simply could not do it without them. So thank you to the staff as well. As we look ahead to our 32nd year of cable broadcasting in Sacramento, we also want to thank the Cable Commission. The Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission funds us on an annual basis, and the dollars have been flowing pretty nicely in the last 4 years, which is why we've done this huge HD expansion. And as Dawn pointed out, we're going to be putting in some cooler LED lights in this space, so that it's not quite as warm under the lights, a little better technology. But we have a variety of other expansion elements that are coming in the next year in a variety of ways. In radio, I can tell you that the live studio is getting an expansion. Be a larger equipment rack that's going to be coming in there and holding some new equipment to make the audio processing and the station sound better than ever. We'll be putting in the live call-in talk show computers so that people who are certified to be live on the channel could actually take live call-in talk show project phone calls, and that'll be exciting for the radio folks. Here in the TV studio, in addition to the brand new lighting system that's coming in, you're going to see some new pan-tilt zoom cameras, some loaded into the lighting grid, but also in support of virtual reality. We're going to be replacing the black drape with a supportive green drape as well, so that we can do virtual reality in this space. And there's some amazing technology that allows you to make this space look so much more space age just through the use of this new green screen technology. With the new technology, we'll also be offering classes to make it more accessible to all of our members who are studio certified so that they can also use the green screen equipment. We're also, for our members, going to be exploring GoPro cameras. And while they may initially be assigned to the television truck and helping out with some specialized shot for basketball and some of those types of things, GoPro, the little cameras that are mounted on your forehead or on the edge of your bike and doing a variety of types of new and interesting camera shots, that's new equipment that'll be coming in as well. Our digital media lab, which received a facelift in the last 3 months, got some new paint, some new carpeting, and about $16,000 in electrical upgrades so that we could plug new computers in. I will tell you that we are getting 12 new computers. We're going to be getting Apple and IBM computers. And as part of that, the editing software from Adobe, called Adobe Premiere, will become available to all of our members, and we'll start teaching that class in the very near future. All of our members previously had to work in Apple's Final Cut Pro, which is a superior video editing program for people who want to create DVDs and, more importantly, to get their projects out onto our channels. But now we're going to also offer the Adobe lineup as well over the course of the next year. Not quite as sexy as new computers and software. The Digital Media Lab will also get a new drop ceiling, some new air conditioning and HVAC, so that that space really is modernized. Prior to 3 months ago, it still had 1980s green carpet on the floor. It still had the green chalkboards that were a part of the original 1929 construction of the Elmhurst School. And while that's really cool and it's old, it's not really the showpiece of digital technology that we would like it to be. And so we're moving down that path and making new, exciting resources available to all of our members in that space as well. Also, not quite as exciting, we have a membership database that allows us to track memberships and classes and make reservations and manage our resources a little bit. Part of that in the year to come is going to provide you with the opportunity to log into that system from home. And when you are able to log in from home, you'll also be able to check availability of our studios, check availability of equipment for checkout, and to make those reservations directly online. And while we always encourage members to call in between 4 and 6 o'clock in the afternoon so that you can make a reservation for the equipment or the space that you're interested in, soon you'll be able to check what's already available and to be able to make that reservation request by doing it online. And so that's another expansion for the membership tracking and database. We do have a couple of other expansion elements for the high definition truck. Some background infrastructure stuff that's going to allow us to process that HD video in slightly different ways, be able to create some additional resources when the truck is out in the field. Some new mics and video processing, so no major changes to the truck, but still an exciting time for everyone who uses it. We are also buying more video storage, so that for those of you who watch our programs, for example, right now online, if you're watching on accesssacramento.org, you are also going to be able to watch our programs as video on demand. And we're expanding the storage capability of that system so that it is as efficient as it possibly can be, and to put more and more of our programs available for that video on demand service. We are slowly rolling out for all of our members right now a portal that allows members to put their programs into our TV system from home. Used to be you always had to bring a DVD in or bring your file in digitally and mount it directly into the computer and attach onto our computers. For those who are series contract holders, they're already exploring this new ingest opportunity to send programming from home. And we're going to continue to expand that for more and more of our members as we move forward. So all of those things are exciting. It's all equipment-based primarily, but let me just say that we want to make the classes available to you that will allow you to continue to expand and improve your programs. And so when we put new software in, we're going to start offering those classes. We're going to try and offer classes in slightly expanded time slots so that more and more of you have an opportunity to use that equipment to the extent that we can. Obviously, when we teach a class in this space, it means someone is not here making a program. So there are trade-offs, and we're going to continue to work between staff and our members to provide the very best opportunities that are possible. Virtual reality training classes to make all of that ahead as well. So hopefully you feel it is going to be an exciting year. We think it's going to be exciting. In a few minutes, you're going to hear about some good news from the Cable Commission later today, in just a minute from our CFO. But in the meantime, let's talk about the Programming Committee and the task of creating the very best options on programming on Access Sacramento and on KUBU. The Programming Committee Chair is our board member, Ed Fletcher. So Ed, thank you for your attention, everybody. Thank you.
So really exciting times to just hear about all the different things that are coming along here, from the lights to the new studio to the green screen. A lot of exciting things. Over the last 12 months, Access Sacramento continues to produce really great programming on channels 17, 18, and the Voice of Sacramento KUBU 96.5. On the TV side, that's more than 2,800 original programs have aired on our channels. That's 260 a month. The programmings provide information, education, and a spotlight on really what's happening in our communities. Really grassroots television at its best. Channel 17, the Sacramento channel, provides family-friendly programming 24 hours a day, while the channel 18 is our open access channel, and we allow anybody to put almost anything on there, and that will range from our religious programming to the more edgy stuff, which plays on later at night. KUBU continues to grow with more and more live programmings, provides more than 100 hours of original programming per week, and that's for the first time in our 30-year history. We had a radio station, we didn't, now it's back, and it's doing better than ever. We've got a lot of exciting things that are coming along on there, and I don't know if we can announce any of that stuff yet, but you may see more of KUBU in a big way soon. Hometown Television and Game of the Week completed 50 full-length programmings, and that's programming you won't see anywhere else. Our coverage of Sacramento football is unparalleled and matches any programming out there. We would need to get more people to see that, and we're looking for underwriting for that programming. If you're not familiar with Hometown Television, it's an opportunity for you to, for nonprofits to ask us to cover your events, whether that's live or on tape, but to bring our crew out and to really showcase what you're already doing. And it will take some collaboration to work out the kinks on how your live event can become a television program, but we've got some very skilled people in doing that. You could also do a live show here as well for nonprofits, and that's something that people can also take advantage of. And we need more people to know about hometown television and get that out there. I think my job has always been, or I've always viewed my job as, how do we improve programming? How do we make it easier for people to complete programming? And I think we've made some strides there, especially on the technology front. The crew finding application has been a long time coming. It's something that we've talked about for a long time, that when people finish the class, it becomes very difficult to get the people together to make a show. And sometimes if you're in a church group, that's easier, but if you're an individual, that's a little harder. And we need to figure out ways that we can build that community within our networks so that people can speak their voice. Sometimes it's easy with the phone, but if you're talking about a larger production, it involves many people. So you need to make friends, and we need to help you make friends in that. I'm going to challenge our board to get our live truck out to more events. Don's talked about it. We need to figure out a way. We were close to getting Concert in the Park televised this year. There was a clause in their contract that didn't allow it, so we need to make sure that the artists are signing that away, those rights, so we can do that going into next season. But we need to commit to getting our HD truck out there to more events, and we need to figure out ways that we can encourage members to do more shows that do different things. Shows that talk and enlighten are great, but we also need shows that are lively and active, and we need to figure out ways to encourage people to do that, whether it's a game show or a contest show. Like the sky is the limit, and we need people to keep thinking outside of the box and keep being creative with these new ideas. So I think that's all about what I'm supposed to say, and I even said some more. So thanks a lot.
So let's bring up our Chief Financial Officer, Robert Morin, who can give you a report on the actual fiscal review from the last year and a little update on where we are this year. Robert Morin.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. All right, everyone. So I wanted to give you the highlight of the evening, a little financial review. So bear with me here. As an addendum, the board just came from a budget hearing with the Cable Commission, and we saw that we are going to see, or they did approve, a $625,000 operating budget and a $725,000 in capital outlay. With that, I'd like to give thanks, of course, to the generosity of the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento had a significant increase in funding for special projects in the fiscal year of 2017 and 2018. As a nonprofit, we strive to operate in a manner that maximizes the services and opportunities so that we are able to provide our members and the members of the community while also controlling our costs. Each month, Access Sacramento's financial statements are reviewed by the board of directors, and additionally, an annual fiscal review is conducted and available for our stakeholders. That includes our board of directors, our funders, and our members. And now I'd like to summarize the most recent annual review of our fiscal year ending June 30th, 2017. Our assets remain largely stable for the year at roughly $1.5 million. The same story goes for our liabilities, with the added note that the bill for the HD truck from the previous year throws off our budget just a bit, but otherwise we remained with the status quo for our budget. Revenue was decreased by about $200,000, but again, this is tied to the previous year's purchase of our HD truck. Overall, revenue was just short of $1.5 million. We also saw a 10% increase in our membership dollars, and we are particularly proud of that as a board and of the increased revenue from the Gala fundraiser and the sellout of our film festival at the Crest Theater. Given the increases in capital equipment spending, the bottom line of Access Sacramento ended the 2017 fiscal year with the equivalent cash flow in over the year, remaining at approximately $600,000. Mostly because there are purchases that remain to be paid out that we haven't made in this year. That equipment is remaining to be delivered, and once it is, that money will be paid out. During the current fiscal year, Access Sacramento has continued to manage its resources for both the expenses that we have and our capital outlay dollars. Income and expenses are in the black, and thanks to the board of directors for its fundraising, which provided an increased income as we manage our programs and services, while we also monitor our financial resources to maintain sustainability. With that, I want to look at the year ahead, and I want to have the board encourage all of you, all of our members, to utilize your member benefits by turning in programs, taking classes, and continuing to share your voice with Sacramento County. And now I'd like to introduce our Vice Chair, Bob Smith.
Thank you, Robbie. Appreciate it. I was expecting a longer introduction than that. I wasn't quite ready for you. Well, good evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm the sales guy. I've got a captive audience. This is terrific. I really would like to welcome all of our members that are here in attendance tonight, as well as our members that are viewing us at home. I do, as advertised, have the annual report of the Membership and Outreach Committee, and as chairman, I'd like to offer that report. We are a committee, one of 3 standing committees that the board has here at Access Sacramento. Programming Committee, of course, Ed, Robert with Operations and Finance, and now Marketing and Outreach. So we kind of feel like we're the marketing arm of Access Sacramento. Believe we are. And we're affectionately known as the committee. Our group's made up of very talented board members that I'm privileged to serve with that have done a tremendous job this past year in helping to move our efforts forward in both marketing and membership outreach as well. Chairman Don Hinkle is a member of our committee, Secretary Van Gordon, also a member. Radio icon Alex Vasquez is a member of our committee as well, and we appreciate his good work. And certainly Kim Mims, our newest member, who is our grant writing expert, and she's been very busy this past 6 months that she's been working with us, putting out a lot of grant applications, and that can only wind up being a good thing. And certainly our executive director, Gary Martin, participates in the committee as well. Our official name is Membership and Outreach, but it also describes our mission. We're tasked with not only building membership, but being responsive to our members as well. As to outreach, our task is to build our brand. That was the plan when we reorganized the committee a little over a year ago. That was the vision. That's the goal, to build our brand, Access Sacramento. We so are busy doing that with outreach by increasing our visibility in the community to support worthwhile causes and literally reach out to Sacramento County residents to tell our story and the value of membership with Access Sacramento. So for our annual report this year, let me tell you a little bit about what we've been up to since a year ago. We successfully, as you've heard a little bit about earlier, launched our Power of Voice Award annual gala. This has really become our premier event. Now, we've had 5 Power of Voice winners so far with Access. Last year was the first time, though, that we turned it into a gala event and accomplished 2 very important things. We raised needed funds for Access Sacramento, certainly, but beyond that, we gained tremendous visibility in being out in the community with a quality event that brought in community leaders, elected representatives, business leaders, professionals that got to know a whole lot more about Access Sacramento as we told our story last year. And we recognized Patrick Harbison as our Power of Voice Award recipient last year, very deserving individual who has done much for our community. And we're very proud that coming up this year, the board has nominated and awarded the Power of Voice to Gina Knepp of the Front Street Animal Shelter. And she will be our award recipient, and we are looking forward to one big party on July 18th. That's a Wednesday evening starting at 5 o'clock at the Clooney Community Center. That is over in the McKinley Park area right there on Alhambra. We certainly hope that you will join us. Go to Eventbrite and get your tickets, or give us a call here at Access Sacramento. The number will be on your screen, or maybe not, but we'll let you know how to get a hold of us. We set a goal last year, too, in the community to use our radio station's remote broadcast capabilities. This was an opportunity for us to get KUBU, the voice of Sacramento, out among the voices of Sacramento. We started off with the California International Marathon, some of you may be familiar with. 55,000 spectators, hundreds, over 1,000 runners from all over the planet. A very highly regarded and highly recognized event, and KUBU was right in the middle of it. And I was happy to be out there with Don Hinkle calling the play-by-play, or step-by-step, as it were. But that was a great place to be, a great place to be seen for KUBU and Access Sacramento. In addition, we followed that up with the very popular Walk a Mile in Her Shoes event here that came up just a month or so ago. Benefit for WEAVE, Women Escaping a Violent Environment, highly successful event, and we were there to broadcast it for 2 hours of live broadcasting on our radio station, KUBU. Again, gaining visibility, getting exposure out there in the community, and that's what we're all about. We certainly have a plan as we go forward to have at least one radio remote broadcast every quarter, and perhaps we can even increase the frequency on that. Certainly, those events gave us more opportunities for revenue generation, and that is kind of a charge of the committee. We have many opportunities ahead of us that we're looking toward. This coming year, we certainly want to tap our excellent Game of the Week football production on television. My goodness, there's booster clubs out there at these high schools that are playing that I would think would just love to have us promote their booster club on the air, and we certainly would appreciate their underwriting of those events. And certainly, the radio remotes offer fundraising opportunities as well, and we're going to be looking for more opportunities as we go forward. Certainly, we stepped up our efforts on grant writing in the committee with the addition of Kim Mims. She is an experienced grant writer, and she is busy doing just that, and we appreciate all of her efforts. Again, we fully expect to be successful in many of these grant applications that we're putting forward. We also reached out to our members just in the past couple of months. We wanted to know how we're doing. We wanted to know from our current members and from our former members that maybe are not currently active, what's important to them. We wanted to know how we can improve on what we do and bring better value for their membership dollars and for their membership experience. And so that survey has gone out. Our committee is tasked with actually speaking with these survey respondents. We had a very good return on the survey. We had a significant number of surveys returned, and we've got a lot of great input that we're digesting and that we're working with to improve the experience. So how are we doing in membership overall? Very proud to announce that from a year ago when I stood at this podium, our membership in total memberships for Access Sacramento is up 42% today versus this time last year. We're up in television series producers. We're up in student members. And so we're very proud of the strides that we're making. Obviously, the trend is good. We want to keep up the momentum. And if you're a member or interested in becoming one, I would be remiss if I didn't say, please do. 456-8600, area code 916. We'll tell you all about it. It's got to be the best deal in town. Less than the gas tax, when you add it all up, of just $30 a year. That is our report, briefly, for this year. I want to thank you, and I'd like to bring up our Executive Director, Gary Martin, along with our Board Chairman, Don Hinkle, who have some awards to present to recognize our outstanding members this year.
Thank you very much, Don. Shall we trade sides? You can come over on this side?
I'll go on this side.
I know that many of the members who are receiving awards tonight were not able to be here, so we will run through the list. For those of you who are here, we're going to ask you to step up, receive an award from Dawn, and then make a very brief comment, and hopefully be able to give everybody an opportunity to stand and tell briefly about their show and the things that they are doing. So to begin, I do want to thank our production staff and our TV programming director, T.D. Trice, and our radio programming director, Shane Carpenter, for helping us put together the awards that we're going to receive tonight. We begin with the Channel 18 Series Producer of the Year. We actually have 2 winners this year, and if you're here and I haven't seen you, then please jump up right away. But we do want to congratulate Pastor Jesse Hopkins from Victorious Living. Pastor Hopkins is 80 years old, and she has been doing her program for the last 7 years, and she has been consistent and ongoing with her program. She is our Channel 18 Series Producer of the Year, along with Jim Spears, who is from the Antelope Christian SDA Church. Pastor Spears has had some health issues recently, but he continues to push on through creating his programs and really is a dedicated member of Access Sacramento, continuing to put his programs on the air. And we thank all of our members who fight with all the things that are in their lives that compete with their ability to get their voice out there. So thank you for that. Moving on to the Channel 17 Series Producer of the Year. We congratulate Randy Van Dalsen from Media Edge. Media Edge is a 2-hour documentary program on Channel 17 that airs on Sunday nights and has been on the air for nearly 20 years. Randy Van Dalsen actually was the original executive director at Access Sacramento back in the late 1980s, and he continues to create programming that airs on our channels, and we congratulate him. For Channel 17's Program Producers of the Year, we actually thank a mother and daughter team. Starting with the daughter, we congratulate Caitlin Ellis, whose program Sacktown Underground is probably one of the most innovative and original programs that airs on Channel 17 on a regular basis. And her mom, V. Ellis, who turns in Sacktown Insider, another program that takes programming content from out in the community and actually does it as a studio show. So we thank both of the Ellises, Caitlin and V, for putting their programming together. Next up, in our Channel 18 Best New Series, we want to congratulate Sue Ellen Williams, who did God's Way. So come on up, Sue Ellen. Okay, you can invite him up in just a second. Sue Ellen has been a consistent helper on our Livewire show as well. She has worked tirelessly on her new series, and she's been enthusiastic, willing to help and learn in all sorts of ways. More of a singer when she was starting out, and now a TV producer and provider. Her passion for wanting to learn and do more certainly makes her our Best New Series winner. She's in the embodiment, really, of what it means to be a dedicated Access Sacramento member. She's always positive and cheerful, and no matter what obstacles may come her way, we congratulate her. And Sue Ellen, you are welcome to say a few words here.
Well, I am so grateful for this opportunity. And it's amazing how this could be done, because I even graduated through college without ever barely seeing a computer. But I came in here, God said, oh no, you got to do this. And so, because you see, I had just discovered this church. I got discouraged with churches, but this church and these pastors and my church have opened up my heart to get closer to God and love and to be able to reach out to people and have a purpose in life. And I welcome you all to our church, St. Timothy. I really like I got 4 preachers here that have been on my show a lot. And for them to come out.
So have them stand up so
'Cause
that
I
we
could
can see
never
them if
done-
they're.
I could never done this show without my pastor,
So
my
St. Timothy's
preachers.
pastors, stand up so we can get a picture of you at least.
This is
So-
this is my pastor. No, you have to come up front because
Okay, got to come into the light.
yeah. This is my pastor of the church.
The pastors know what it means to come into the light. Okay, so come in and face the audience. Okay, I'm just saying.
This is my pastor, Mr. Mason Jones, and he always never disappointed me in my show because every Sunday he has a
Sue Ellen, come back by the
powerful-
microphone.
He has a powerful message. These pastors just never let me down. Every Sunday, there's a powerful message that I could rely on. I mean, I didn't have to do. I mean, they did it all. And so, this is our deacon,
No,
Joe
pastor,
Oliver,
Pastor, elder,
elder
yes, elder,
Joe Oliver.
yeah. Wasn't the
And then we
associate
have
pastors.
we have another 2 preachers here. No,
So give a wave, and we're going to move on to the next award. Okay. So thank you very much, everybody, for being here and supporting our member.
Thank you
you,
so
Sue.
much. And I want to say also that, this spirit around here is so beautiful. These people, these volunteers here are just got good hearts all over the place.
Which includes you, Sue Ellen, because you're here to help everybody. We thank you very much.
Yes, and so this is an opportunity for everybody that is hiding their light.
You hear the passion of our members, right? The passion for our members. That's it. Let's move over to radio just for a minute. Let's go over to the radio producer of the year. We congratulate Bill Fuller, who is the producer of the League of Musical Detectorists program and the Long Hair Detectorists Guild program, airing on Wednesdays at 4 and Saturdays at 2. Bill is not here. I was thinking Bill was here. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Moving on next to the Radio Rookie of the Year, and that's Michael Gorman, who is the producer of the Tribal Mind program, which airs on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. And Michael is here, so thank you very much. Congratulations.
You know, at my age and learning how to come to terms with entering my elderhood, getting an award for being the rookie just feels really good. I'm like the young guy for a minute. One of the things I just want to say is that community is like any other kind of relationship. It's just like a really big relationship. And it's almost cliche that one of the keys to successful relationships is communication. One of the keys to a free society is communication. And this organization here is providing communication for people that wouldn't otherwise have a chance to do that. And that's a very powerful thing. You know, we tend to think like we can't change the world, we can't affect the world because it's just us. But, you know, like the body healing, it happens cell by cell, and we're the cells, and this is a place that allows us to have access to speak, to have our voice out there, to be a part of the conversation. And the other thing is this group of people, the volunteers I found in this year since I came over here, the board, the staff, the other volunteers are an amazing community. So if you're feeling like you want a connection to a community of creative, intelligent, bright, some kind contentious people, come down here. This is an amazing thing to be a part of, and I'm really glad to be a part of it.
Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you. So let's move from the Radio Rookie of the Year to the TV Rookie of the Year. Is Elidas Chirwa here from the Mazzy TV show? So the Mazzy TV show is one of the new multi-camera projects that brings in outside video multiple times. And it is an exciting new opportunity for original programming out of the community. And we congratulate Aledis Chirwa for her programming here on Channel 17 and 18. Moving to the TV Volunteer Helper of the Year, there is no other than our own board member, Van Gordon. So come on up, Van, you get to say a few words. Van, how many programs do you help edit, and how many do you crew in here to help other people? Tell us about it.
Well, I have fun. I come in here, and a lot of times I come in and I have my own plans of doing something, but then someone asks me, I need help. And next thing I know, I'm in here doing something. I know I edit like 4 different programs, and I don't know how many programs I've been on as a crew member, working either in the control room or out here, having fun, no matter where I'm at. So you guys want to have fun? Come join us. Thank you.
Isn't that the truth? Okay, Access Sacramento has ongoing partnerships with a variety of colleges in the area, and that means that we periodically have college interns who show up on our doorsteps. And this year we have 2 TV and radio and TV interns that we're going to invite up. Radio and TV interns of the year, we have 2, and we'll begin with ladies first. Shavina Lewis, who is here. Congratulations. Like to say something? Congratulations.
So I'm just super grateful to have this award and everything that I've learned at Access Sacramento and everything that I am going to be learning, because this is a very unique place to work where everything feels so personal and everyone working here is just so friendly and so helpful. And thank you to the support of my family who came here today.
Nice. Very good. Thank you, Shavina. And also from Cosumnes River College, we congratulate John Painter from as a student intern of the year. Come on up, John.
Oh, if I knew I was going to be on TV tonight, I would have done a better job shaving. But nonetheless, this is actually a real honor, and I do appreciate this, and it's really great. Not much for speeches, but these last few months have been a real honor, and I've learned a lot more than I thought I did off of YouTube tutorials, because you get more out of the experience when it comes to, working at local television studios and everything else. So, thank you both very much and everything else.
Thank you for being here, John. We appreciate it. Congratulations. And we have one more award to mention, and it is Access Sacramento's Stellar Achievement Award. And it goes to someone who really has kind of maintained consistency over time to assist Access Sacramento in its success, but also in its dedication to the mission, the ability to make a difference one voice at a time. And so although Tu is not here, we want to congratulate Tu Temapua, who does a religious program from the Pacific Islands. It's Aloha Afioga O Le Upu Moni. And it's pronounced as you see it, and I know I probably did not do a great job with that. But I will tell you that Tu has been here for almost 30 years. He has multi-generation support from his family. He comes in on Saturdays to tape his program. His kids and now his grandkids are the ones who are helping to create that show. And so we have a Stellar Achievement Award for him. And Don, thank you for the help with these awards. I thought we might share with you a video because Access Sacramento does some amazing things. And we thought maybe to give you a sample here in this show, and we'll do that and then have some final words. So let's go ahead and show you this year's highlight reel of some things that are happening at Access Sacramento.
You know, I hope today we can answer some of those questions that you raised and give people a feeling of what life was like before there were automobiles.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Shout TV, and this is Ken Hamidi.
On May 6th, the Yisrael Family Urban Farm and its volunteers gathered at a local Oak Park residence to build a garden and promote healthy communities.
Yeah, coming up live on Livewire, we've got a great show for you today.
So,
what are these guys right here?
This is part of a Rhea eggshell, and it's
Rhea.
all hand carved.
Okay, so let me introduce you to Maureen, who is one of our amazing, amazing talented artists.
Here we go. Hold on to yourselves. Low snap down to get it. Fire to the right. Oh my goodness.
We talk about on the slalom skis that the tail of the ski, a lot of people think that because the tail of the ski has the fin on it, that it's just going to carve around and it's not going to slide. But these guys, they need the tail of that ski to actually break loose and slide around a little bit.
Body, gotta snatch it back from that nobody. Huh.
From the psychedelic mind of Moses, waters are wide.
Welcome to this broadcast of local civic public meetings presented by Access Sacramento and KUBU-LP 96.5 FM.
My name is Spanish Fly. I do Spanish Fly flashbacks like I do every single Monday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
The Night Train Jazz Show right here, 96.5.
Access Sacramento continues to make a difference one voice at a time, and we are so grateful to all of our members and to the people who are here for our annual membership meeting. If you are interested in joining this family of community producers on radio or TV, please call 916-456-8600 or visit accesssacramento.org. This concludes our 2018 annual membership meeting. I'm Gary Martin. Thank you for watching, and please come join us at Access Sacramento.